Cat. Not only my favorite animal, but it has also helped shape the study of intercultural communication. The communication accommodation theory, that is. This theory is coined by Howard Giles, and it basically states that someone will change their speech depending on who they're talking to. And he used the term speech as a blanket term to include both verbal and nonverbal communication. This theory usually portrays itself in one of three ways, so accommodation in three ways. The first type of accommodation is convergence. So convergent accommodation states that the speaker is changing their speech to match the other party or to fit in or gain acceptance from that other party. So a good example of this would be an employee joining a new workplace, and they are speaking to all of their coworkers with the utmost respect and maybe not making the same jokes that you would make with your old hometown best friend. And this is just to establish that respect in the workplace so they know that you're someone new and that's someone that they can accept. The next type of accommodation is divergent accommodation. Divergent says the complete opposite of what we just talked about. It actually says that a speaker will change their speech to accentuate their differences. So a good example of this would be if a student, a college student, then turns into a professor and they are pretty much the same age as a lot of their students. They really have to accentuate their speech to define the different roles of professor and student because they may be the same age, so he or she might have to do a little bit more to accentuate that power and that role. The other form of accommodation, so this one's a little bit less popular than the first two, is over-accommodation. So with over-accommodation, it's kind of like convergence. It comes with good intentions, but it actually comes off patronizing or condescending. So a good example of this would be my roommate coming in here telling me that she's mad because she doesn't know where her bracelet is. And I start going off on a tangent saying, I think this person stole it. I'm so mad that your bracelet is stolen. This is ridiculous. I'm going to talk to the landlord. I think we need to file a police report. Obviously, that's going to come off to her like I don't really care what she's talking about because I'm kind of taking it to the extreme. So it comes off a little bit patronizing or condescending, or both. My foundations courses that I took in my time at San Jose State were 161F. I took that with Professor Ching Ching Tan, and that was communication and culture. I actually took that studying abroad in China. And then I took my 173F course with Dr. Gegao, and that was my communication and global understanding. That class, actually I took before my China experience, which was very, very helpful. It gave me the opportunity to actually learn the logistics of the communication accommodation theory, so then I could apply it to my experiences in China. The assignment that I did in 173F in my Communication and Global Understanding course was theory critique. And that theory critique assignment really shows my success in the Program Learning Outcome 1 because I really practiced repetition in reviewing a plethora of articles that surrounded the communication accommodation theory, reviewing each article, writing a final theory review, and then a final theory critique. So that repetition of doing all of those articles of that one specific theory actually allowed me to spend time learning about how complex that this theory can actually get, as well as how diverse the application can be. Because I got to see a very diverse form of this application of this theory on a bunch of different scales in all of the articles. When I studied in China, I did get to learn about the communication accommodation theory a little bit more, and I had those experiences that everyone dreams about when you're learning things in school, and you always think, where am I going to learn this in real life? Well, I got that experience in that type of classroom for me. But I don't think I would have had the same experience if I didn't already get those logistics and that academic background, that tangible knowledge from that 173F course, and especially through this theory critique assignment. So my foundations courses as a whole definitely gave me like a good framework, a good ground basis to start off my knowledge. So then when I took those I and P courses, as well as just going on with my academic career and even my professional career, it's really given me a good platform, so I can build on that knowledge. And now I can really critique things and expand these ideas uh, to my best ability.